Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and it's Warhammer Wednesday! I decided on Boltgun. If that wasn't apparent by the title in the description. Jeremy, your antics will not be tolerated here. I know where you live. Welcome back. It's not Space Marine 2 this week. I decided on actually finally just firing up Boltgun because I've been wanting to play this game for a while now. And damn it, I just can't get away from the 40k universe. It just keeps pulling me back in. But one of these days I'm going to play a Warhammer fantasy game at some point. I'm just not sure which one. Maybe Vermintide. Welcome, Litany. I don't know if I want to attempt to pronounce that last name. Welcome to the stream. You're new, I think. I've never seen that name before. But thank you so much for stopping by. But before we get started, as always, with every stream, we must pledge our allegiance to the greatest country in the world. So, and even if you don't live here, all of the ideals mentioned in the Pledge of Allegiance pertain to humankind, in my opinion. It pertains to everybody. So, if you would like to join, you can either sit or stand. Just make sure that your right hand is over your heart. And repeat these words after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I wish the transition was easier than this. It's just me! Yeah, exactly. America! Those words should matter to everybody, not just Americans. They're words to live by. Alright. They have a horde mode in this game. Wow. Did not see that coming. What do they got for display? This is it. Just FOV and... yeah, such odd numbers. Always with the odd numbers. And that's it. That's it there. Retro. Whoa. Whoa! Retro. Whoa. Okay, so there's what it is now. Ugh. It's at 100. Okay. I guess we'll leave it. We'll leave it there. But infinite wow, look at that, huh? They just give you infinite ammo right off the bat. Does it have well, I guess we'll see if it uses the triggers. Are we at nope, it's only 60 hertz. That's unfortunate. It's a boomer shooter. I feel like this should be able to play at 120 on the PS5. Alright, controls and all that stuff. Okay. They have a horde mode in this. That is so sick. Alright. We're gonna go medium. Exterminatus. Challenge worthy of Imperium's mightiest warriors. Launch forwards into enemies, shoving them and dealing damage. Deflect enemy projectiles, prevent incoming damage, eviscerate your enemies with explosives. Who doesn't like explosives?
Nothing, once touched by the hand of chaos, remains untainted.
True.
You are under the dominion of the Ordo Malleus to assist my investigations into a world that has already felt that grand influence. Graia has been under the close watch of the Inquisition since the grim.
I don't know why that continue button keeps popping up. I don't even have the controller in my hand.
But we have picked up concerning energy readings in the surrounding system. I have my suspicions, although we have not had sufficient time to pinpoint the origin of these foul energies. While most of the planet remains unaffected, It is my belief that rogue elements within the Adeptus Mechanicus may have been experimenting with a surviving fragment.
Jeremy, don't test me, dude.
Drogon's power source.
I have powers beyond all recognition on this channel. I just think it's funny it's not even allowing you to get XP for the top fans list, leaderboard, whatever the hell it is. That's hilarious.
In the absence of a larger force, we should pray to the
Litany remains number 1. How's that feel, Jeremy, to not even be number 2?
Servo skull will guide you. In Commodus here is one of the few sanctified and preserved from the purging of Drogon's heretical archives.
Drogon!
You will search sites where communication has become sporadic. Should you encounter any opposition, you may assume they have been tainted by the ruin.
There's like this new thing that YouTube's doing with, like they have a leaderboards where it's like the more you chat, the more XP you get, and it's only takes the top 3 people, and I guess it's to encourage people to keep talking. But it's I think it's stupid.
Extremely hostile. Beware. We do not know how far the taint of the arch enemy spreads.
It's a big taint. Yeah, instead of actually coming up with something cool like, you know, allowing extensions or something like that for people to, you know, see stuff, they just said, hey, how about we add a stupid leaderboard where only the top 3 people are recognized for chatting the most. It's so dumb. Off target, your deployment to Graia didn't go quite as planned. No matter, secure armament, bolster your faith, and continue. Those heretics don't know what's coming for them. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was the whole reason. Minor tangent before we start here. That was the whole reason that they contracted Tim the Tapman in the first place when they gave him exclusive contract for YouTube, was because they told him, and this is from his mouth, that they were going to really focus in on doing more live streaming stuff and really make live streaming cool on YouTube, and then Shorts blew up and then they just said, screw it. It's so dumb. It's like, you could do both, you know. But this is the first new thing they've done with live streaming on YouTube, and all it is some stupid leaderboard to basically force people to talk more. And it's just like, I feel like this is gonna be a problem because people are just gonna talk for the sake of talking, so that they'll just say whatever they want, so that way they get XP and they're at the top of the leaderboard. It's just nonsense. Oh my god. The sensitivity is awful. Now it says wireless controller can... No, it doesn't have a keyboard and mouse. Okay, let's turn this up. See what that feels like. It feels awful. Still, like, really slow. Fire, grenade, charge, melee. Okay, so there's obviously no ADS. It is a Doom clone after all. Alright, let's go. Screw it. 200. Damn, that's 200? That's not even that fast, dude. They went old school. They got projected flat textures that follow you. Oh, that's so old school. Extensive injury detected. Only small channels kind of stick only to YouTube to boost the audience, I guess. Well, I streamed on Twitch since 2012, and it was in the last, I want to say 5 years that I've only been exclusive to YouTube because my entire audience is here. So I said screw it, and I'm glad I left Twitch because Twitch is gay, because they put their own ideological priorities over actually following their own TOS and all this other garbage. So I refuse to be a part of their stuff anymore. Oh my god, I'm gonna overcharge. I don't... I'm... Oh, right, because L2's melee. It said R2. The game lied to me. That's gonna be weird to keep hitting L2 to melee. This drama, some people coming back to YouTube are going to Kick. Yeah, I don't want to go to Kick either. I'll stick to YouTube because they have the better quality. That's one of the biggest reasons why I came back, is the fact that YouTube has the best quality out of the major platforms. You can stream up to 4K if you want to. I have the equipment, I don't have the bandwidth to stream up to 4K. Otherwise I would. But I do 1440p, but I'm only capturing it 1080p, so open via switch, approach, press square. I love this. I already love this. The blood. I can't wait for guns. I just hope there's I just hope that there's what was I gonna say? Oh, aim assist. Because the last boomer shooter I played was I'm always blanking on it. Anyway, it didn't have aim assist, which was unfortunate. It was very difficult to play with the controller. Key requires charge. Oh, I see, Okay, yeah. Yes, I get it. This freaking thing, man. Shut up! I'm not reading anything! Navigation guide. Okay, so no map, just tells you where to go. Got it. Oh! The Boltgun! Let's go, music! I can't even hear what this... I can't even hear what he's saying. I don't think this has aim assist either. Oh, that's the box. Or... it doesn't feel bad. I don't think there's aim assist, but it definitely feels pretty good here. Yeah, it's got aim assist. Alright, 250 is as high as you can go. Yeah, the base sensitivity was far too low. There's no way that I was gonna play at that sensitivity. Hell no. I have 4K capabilities, not sure if my connection would be able, but most people are peasants on 1080 anyway. Well, again, I use the 1440p stream key encoding on YouTube because it gives me the better codec, the VP9 codec. And I mean, while I'm streaming, but also after the fact. I know that the VP9 codec, I think for the most part, is active while you're streaming anyway. And then, when it turns into a VOD, depending on which one you choose, I think anything below 1440p, it goes to the AVC codec, which is the old, gross, awful-looking codec. So... a trail through the mountains leads to the habitation zone. Planetary defense batteries align the route, as do heretics. Find a way into the Hab zone. Purge any resistance. Purging's my middle name. I'm not reading anything you're saying, Servo Skull. You're dumb and illiterate. But yeah, I do 1080p because, well, I capture at 1080p because, well, I have a 1080p monitor here. It's a 165 hertz monitor, but obviously it only goes up to 120 on a PS5. I mean, my question is, why the hell would you ever use your melee other than the fact that you're, you know, somewhat out of ammo? Oh, I thought... Ooh! Double up. Yeah, this could easily run on at 120 FPS on the PS5. There's no way it couldn't. Aw, I really need to start blowing them up more. I keep missing the barrels. How did he not blow up? What are you doing? Oh. It's literally one shot. Oh, he was a hefty boy. And now he's a goopy boy. Am I missing? Aha. Okay, so there's the red key. We are definitely doing old school doomer boomer shooter. So, some annoyance happened at work today. And I wasn't particularly happy about it. I literally didn't eat anything until I got home. And it's all because of one of the projects that I'm working on. Oh, hey. Right, there's that. Okay. Basically what's going on is I'm imaging. I'm setting up a bunch of access points to be configured by the client from their end. They're doing it through the cloud, which is fine. It made my jobs a lot easier, whereas before I was going to be the one doing all the configuring. But they made it a lot easier and said, you know what, we're going to do this through the cloud. That's fine, whatever. But that means, what that means is that I now have to rely on them to get the work, you know, get the configuration done. Oh, I have to keep hitting it. That's what that meant. I have to rely on the client to do all the configuring. And lately, I mean, it's usually at the beginning of the project, they were fine. They were configuring the APs. We're doing like 4 stores at a time, and it's multiple APs, access points. If you don't know what that means, and they were doing really well at the beginning. You know, maybe 2 hours, and then they'd be done. Lately, I've got a new guy working on it, and he took 3.5 hours today to do it. He literally, I can't leave. If something goes wrong, like an AP disconnects from the connection, or they can't, you know, it needs to be cycled, I have to be there. My lunchtime is 12 to 1. I've told them this, by the way. But because we're all gone from the building, sometimes, some people are. But because we're on lunch, nobody's there to do these little requests that they might have. So, because we're getting close to the end of this first round, I'm like, you know what? I'll just power through it. Whatever, no big deal. But at the same time, it's kind of a dick move to be like, oh yeah, no, like configurations have been going wrong ever since this guy started, you know, took over the duties of doing it. Like, things have been taking longer and more access points are screwing up and needing to be reset and all this other stuff. It's just so annoying. So, you're into boomer shooters or just playing it because it's Warhammer 40? I played probably all the classics since Wolfenstein 3D. I totally don't get this nostalgia trend. I play boomer shooters, yes. I'm actually, when I get around to it, I want to go through all the Doom games because, you know, Doom Dark Ages and whatnot. And I know people are saying Doom Dark Ages isn't that good. I don't agree. It looks awesome to me. But no, I play boomer shooters. I've got plenty of them on my wish list. You know, it's Warhammer Wednesday, so obviously I'm gonna play the Warhammer equivalent of a boomer shooter. And I've been wanting to play this because I love Space Marine 2. I just love the Space Marine franchise so far. I can't wait for number 3. And they have mentioned that number 3 is greenlit, so that's good. The fact that I can move while I'm doing that is hilarious. Secret discovered. Guess it's popular mostly because it actually has gore, not like CODs or Battlefield game. The whole arena mechanics are more than rusty in my book. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to appeal to everybody. Right? It's never going to appeal to everybody. And that's fine. Not every game is meant for everybody, right? What the hell is this? Am I just like shielded from damage or something? No. Am I just a powerhouse? Alright, so no. I was thinking I had to jump up there or something. Crack grenades. Those are my favorite. And I have Boltgun, finished the first chapter and never played it again. It basically lacks fun in co-op. Well, I love the fact that they've got a horde mode. I did not expect them to put that in this game. Whoo! Shit, I almost jumped off. Okay, this was a secret, so... this ain't it. Oh, there's a thing. I'm like, where do I go? There we go. Oh, they're firing. Okay, I'm like... we got that one. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it. Because... trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do here. Well, I've activated... okay, wait a second. Did this one... oh, here we go. That's just a fun little thing to do. Okay, never mind. No, I'm not gonna argue with you because... it is... video games are so subjective. They always have been, they always will be. It's the people who want to find some reason to be upset about something that are the ones that cause issues. And those are the people that can literally disappear for all I care, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. I wouldn't shed a tear for them. I would be okay with them being gone because those people are ruining they're ruining the medium that we all love and share. So we can, you know, agree to disagree. We can be cordial and amicable, and we can go our separate ways. But the bottom line is, video games are not meant for everyone, and not every game is meant for everyone. There are gonna be those who really just like certain games. I like boomer shooters because look at the way this game looks. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at how this game looks. It looks so good. And with modern tech... Oh, hey, I found you guys. There we go. With modern tech, they are able to achieve, with this style of game, so much better visuals than most 3D games out there. And I love the fact that boomer shooters are making a comeback and they're looking this good. And that also includes games that are not boomer shooters, but they're in this style. There's a game that's coming out, or it is out, I can't remember. I think it's called Replicant. That one looks so good. I'll have to look that up in a second. Oh, I whiffed, dude. How do you whiff a melee? Alright, let me take a look. Hold on real quick. No, not Replicant. It starts with an R. I can't remember what it is, though. New upcoming side scroller games. Hold on. Cyberpunk inspired side scroller. Ruiner looks good. It's a game like a dude's got like a trench coat on and everything. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of this game every single time. This one, here we go. Why am I... Replaced, not Replicant. Replaced. That's the one I'm talking about. That game looks amazing. Not just gameplay-wise, but it looks visually amazing to look at. I was a bit disappointed with SM2. They got good press because YouTubers got access only to campaign. Campaign was okay, but co-op and PvP, total unbalanced clusterfuck with bolter water guns. Well, see, here's the thing. The multiplayer was definitely tacked on. It was not meant to be like a main focus of the game. I just think it was a love letter to, you know, old school games that we remember from the 360 PS3 era, like, you know, Gears of War and whatnot, and how multiplayer games used to be. Multiplayer used to be the tacked on feature, and I think essentially that's what happened with Space Marine 2. But you know what? It's a fun game mode, and yes, there's tons of unbalance. But at the same time, there's so much fun to be had in that game because there's no pressure. You're just kind of going around trying to kill each other for the most part. As far as the campaign goes, I love the campaign. I just love the presentation, the acting, the dialogue, everything about it. I'm just such a huge fan of the Space Marine franchise. I love the first game. I cannot wait for the third game. And I'm a big fan of Saber Interactive. I think they do just fantastic work. World War Z was a favorite horde shooter of mine, so I mean, if there would be a Blood 3 game, I'll be the priest of boomer shooting. But I guess more immersion and feelings out of, let's say, Hunt Showdown. Well, exactly. I mean, I've played Hunt Showdown before. It is really good, and it's weird because it's like it's not a horror game, but you're kind of scared because the audio is so well done in that game. It's unreal. It's not my native language, and it's night over here, so I'm not gonna even copy paste and check. That's fine. I understand every word you're saying, brother. Don't worry. I get it. Where are you from? Can I kick those? I'm gonna kick them. It would be cool, though, if you could actually, like, use a keyboard and mouse on this game. Let me turn it down to 150 cents, and let's see if that, like, if I can do 150. Now I can do 151. Ah, I keep doing that. Poland, nice. 1:35 a.m. Well, what are you doing up so late, sir? Or, ma'am. I don't know, what is Litany a masculine name over there? It was that bad? I mean, I told her that that might be what it was, because I've felt pretty sick when I got heat stroke, but never to a point of the hospital. Is she okay? Oh, nice. Dude, I've been wanting to get into painting Warhammer minis. I never understood how expensive that stuff was. Like, holy crap. Just getting one mini could cost you like $40. And it's like an actual mini. I'm gonna go back down to... That's 150. Let's go back down to 100. Oh, no. Damn. Okay, keep me posted, dude. Thanks for letting me know. Oh my god, that's way too slow. I can't do that. That is way too slow. 125 is. Nope. 150 felt okay. 143. Yeah, she says not to worry, but she's in the hospital. I don't know where she gets off telling me I'm not supposed to worry. I always thought it was for losers, but I treat it as a zen thing and avoiding screen time, basically, so it works well for an old fart like me. I mean, here's the thing. I've been getting back into wanting to, like, you know, do models and stuff. I still have the Y-Wing that I need to build. I bought that Whoops. I bought that years ago and I still haven't bought it. But I also really like Legos, because that's... She's responsive? Alright. Which state am I in? New York. Good old New York! Not the city. No, the state. Obviously. The city of New York is on Long Island. No, not Long Island, sorry. Yeah, Long Island. Rhode Island's a different state. Oh! Ooh! Let's go to... Not gameplay. 135. There we go. Just down a little bit. I'm trying to dial it in here. 200 was definitely nice. but maybe a little unnecessary. Dude, with all the ammo all over the place. I mean, the melee's cool, I just don't know why. Oh, I can only have one crack grenade? Why? Do I go down there? Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I told her she probably spent way too much time in the sun. That's a pasty white bald dude. I know a thing or two about the heat stroke. Holy, wait. Dude, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is on sale. Oh, man. And I've got points. Oh, it's $24. Let's go. I loved that demo, so I was really, really wanted to get that game. The streets are quiet. Too quiet. The stench of heresy abounds. Looks like the local militarum's defenses didn't fare too well. Descend through the hob. Purify it as you go. That's all we do, baby. Infiltration pattern alpha. Yo, is that guy talking? Is he talking crap? Grunting like he does? I mean, she had me up till 3 this morning, dude. We were just talking and everything. I'd say so. I'm not gonna lie. We were talking pretty late, so. I say she had me up. I chose to stay up. I really only got... So on top of not eating anything until I got home, and I really, you know, I only had oatmeal or whatever, and my orange juice, and now my coffee. I also was only working off the whole day on 4 hours of sleep, which, you know, I'm getting old. Sleep is for the weak. Good thing I didn't have to look at this guy. Ah! These are no Tyranids. What the hell are these things, dude? I mean, again, I told her last night, I just don't understand why anybody would be mean. It does not compute for me. Oh my god, oh, that's where they come from. They split off out of the bigger guys. Creepy. I've never seen those things. What the hell are they? Gonna get more declassified info on Xenos. I watched Congress yesterday. Any thoughts on the topic? Are we gonna get any more declassified info on Xenos? Did you just use a Warhammer 40k term for real life? Oh, we got the shotgun. Oh. Damn it, I'm trying to sneeze. Alright, so it's... Alright, good, it's a direction. So... if I only get 4 weapons, that'll make me happy. I'll be fine. I'm not really a big fan of, like, a lot of weapons, but a lot of boomer shooters are like that, so, you know. Probably gonna get a lot of weapons, but if it's only 4, good. Hello? So you gotta come up from a high enough height to kill them with a drop, but... You meant UFOs. I haven't heard anything about the UFOs. I'm not really into politics per se. I think it's interesting to kind of see how things unfold, but the only thing I've really been... The only place I've been getting my news about the politics that are going on here is through Asmongold, and, you know, he watches, like, all the stuff that's been going on, and damn, he's been busy. He's been busy, boy. He showed Iran what was what. But then the whole, like, the Pakistan-India thing I didn't know was going on, that happened. And then the Rwanda and DRC thing, like, this dude's been busy. He's stopping everything. And then his big beautiful bill got passed through the Senate, I think, and so now it's going to the House of Representatives, where it more than likely will go through, and we're going to see some major reform in terms of taxes and stuff like that, which is awesome. So I just want my groceries to be cheaper. I really do. That's my biggest concern. And I think I might be seeing... Did I just skip this for no reason? No. I might be seeing the benefit of it as of late, because I'm starting to buy stuff and notice that it's not as expensive as it was. But then again, I'm not really buying a whole lot. I'm usually just buying for lunch, and then when I buy for home, it's just the basics for me. You know, I get my yogurt, my orange juice, coffee, and then if I want like a special meal at some point, I get whatever I need for that meal, like my tacos, or lately I've been like, I really need to make that baked ziti at some point in my life. Might stream myself making that. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna stream on Friday, because I looked at the weather, and while it looks like it might be relatively nice in the morning, so I think like around 8 o'clock it'll probably be like 71. I'd like to go to the park, but whoop! Kraken Boltgun? Excuse me? Is this an upgrade? Is that how they're gonna do it? Is that how they're gonna do it to get multiple weapons in this game? Is you get upgrades for your weapons? Oh. And she needs electrolytes, minor heat stroke, she's gonna be okay. Alright, good. She wasn't drinking anything that whole time? What the hell? Okay, no, that was just a temporary upgrade. Okay. Alright, no, that's fine, actually. Dude, I'm overcharged on my armor? So, what? That's a thing? Baked ziti, sorry. Alright, good. I don't know why she wasn't drinking. She was telling me she was sunbathing, but it's like, I didn't think she was gonna be out there that long. I'm going back to like 150 maybe? Is that good? Yeah, 150 is fine. So there's no adaptive triggers, by the way, I forgot to mention. There's no adaptive triggers. I don't know if my friend drinks water like no tomorrow. Well then, how the hell is she dehydrated? Was the heat stroke that powerful? Or that bad? So I know it's no joke, but I mean, like, I've gotten minor heat stroke, but never to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm just dehydrates me. But then again, technically, water's not enough, technically, because you need your salts, right? That's where the electrolytes come from, so she might be drinking water a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's getting all the nutrients that she needs. Like, yeah, she'll be hydrated, but if she doesn't have the electrolytes, it's just not gonna matter. Ha! Is that really what that is? It's just a taunt? Here we go. Yeah, it is. What the hell is that supposed to do? What a silly thing. Wait, isn't this? Oh, no, we're good. That's good. Another secret, another minor upgrade for my gun, I think. We've been doing a lot. Her body might be overwhelmed. You can't tell that girl to slow down. Sounds like my mom. Baked ZD looks like some marketing for people bored with lasagna. That's funny. The lasagna's good too, but no, Baked ZD, I've never made my own, but man, I can't wait because I am so excited to just hopefully get it. I'm making my own sauce and everything, literally from scratch. I just got to get some shallots and fresh garlic. I'm not going to use that minced garlic I have in the fridge. I don't think it's good anymore. I used it the other night, and it smelled like garlic, but it was more pungent, and not like bad pungent, but like more garlicky, and it was also kind of runny, and I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to be. So she's not going to be able to go back home tomorrow? Where am I going? Oh, wait. I forgot that there's a whole thing. You literally hit the touchpad and boom. Chaos Terminator? Tormentor? Whatever, who cares? He's dead. Bye! took all my armor away. They call it contempt. You contemptuous beast! Have this. What the hell was that? A singularity? Like, I'm gonna make her wait. She's my sister. Want her to stay. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that. I just wasn't sure if, I mean, I've never actually seen heat stroke that bad. Obviously, I didn't see her, but, you know, she mentioned that she wasn't feeling good and she got sick, and I'm like, I get if maybe you had a headache and, you know, she said she felt better after she got sick, but it's like, that seems a little bit more severe, but I was like, you know what, maybe she's okay, she's inside, she's cool off, or whatever, but that was not enough. Wait. I'll just go up to 200 again. I don't know why I keep going back and forth with this, but it's just genuinely is like, wow, it's really slow. That's the one thing about boomer shooters on controller that they still haven't gotten right is the sensitivity and the way that controllers work. Like, I have to turn it all the way up to 200 just to get it to, you know, look normal. It wasn't even up near 100 when we started. That was extremely slow. Don't worry about it, Litany. It's a personal matter. Well, you can shoot those. Oh. Probably can melee them, though, too. I'm not too sure about this music, though. Like, it sounded cool at the beginning, and then it's just like... It doesn't really fit Space Marine, in my opinion. I mean, it's not Space Marine, obviously. It's... This guy's an Ultramarine, I should say. Dude, they can't touch my health. What the? Flamer? Yes, he is. Ooh, here we go. It's getting heavy now. They were going easy on me before. I get it, I get it. You like to melee, huh? Little bastard. Damn, these guys are a pain in the ass, dude. Okay, alright. They touched my health a lot. No, I haven't played Darktide yet. I haven't gotten it yet. It had that exclusivity on Xbox for a while, and I was like, when is this coming to PlayStation? And it finally did not too long ago. Oh, there's a new gun here. Oh, what the? Oh. Oh, it's a plasma gun. Area sanctified. Yeah, now. Oh, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. We were supposed to play that tonight, but, yeah, that's not happening now. But I'll definitely, try and get to the part where we can co-op, and then when we do play, we'll be ready. Could be on discount now due to the DLC they put out a few days back. Highly recommend. Best 40k game in my opinion when it comes to Climax. I mean, it looked awesome. I just wish it wasn't Xbox exclusive for as long as it was. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm fine. She needs to be okay. I'm not gonna have her playing anything or doing anything until she feels better. I'm not the one feeling awful right now. Though, again, I was up till 3. So I only got like 4 hours of sleep. We'll see what happens, but, you know, either way, I want to at least get to the part where co-op unlocks. So that way we can play together once we do. The only available route is through the Habs Mausoleum. Tread carefully through these sacred bones. Who knows what spirits you might awaken. Man, the load times on this. Oh, okay, so those upgrades for your weapons are just... Okay. Are just in that level. Okay. You know, the servo skulls actually speak in Space Marine 2. Why do I have to listen to this thing just mumble? Why can't it just say what it's saying on the subtitles? Great, they jump. Well, then they jump to their deaths. She says sorry. Why is she sorry? For enjoying herself and getting some sun? I told her at least she got her more than daily dosage of vitamin D, so you know, at least that. Wait, what? Did I just pick up the shotgun again? Yeah, it's... Litany, it's a little weird with Avatar. I don't know why they did it that way. Ubisoft has made so many co-op games, and they decide to treat this one differently. It's very strange. But it is primarily a single-player game, so I guess that's probably why. I didn't even know that there was co-op until my friend Jess actually said that there was co-op. And then my brother confirmed it. And I'm like, that's weird, but okay. So I did not expect there to be co-op in the Avatar game, but you know, there is. Who would have thunk? Everything goes wrong when we try to play that game. It's kind of like the movie where Jake and her kind of don't get along. I mean, but we get along. But I guess I see what you're saying. Stop jumping, you little bastard. Screw these things. The hell was that? That was weird. Okay, those guys take 2 shots with the shotgun. This is good to know. Oh, right, it's purple. Hey, Briggston! Welcome back. Watching, but she left her phone at home so she could download pictures on a drive. Ow. Well, I think what she means is she wanted to watch me get to the co-op point over PlayStation Live. Like I'm not going to be streaming it. She would just watch from the party that we'd form, but I think that's only on through the PlayStation, I should say. I hate running into things. Yeah, I can, Litany, I can see how. Yeah. She's talking about like watching through PlayStation. I can see how this game didn't really appeal to you, just because there's not a whole lot of story to it, except for at the very beginning, so far, that I'm seeing anyway. It is a really fun shooter, but there's not a whole lot going on with the story here. There's really no story at all. You just kind of get an idea as to what you're doing and why you're here, but that's about it. Oh, perfect. I don't know if story's important to you, but it is important to me. And I'm not gonna say every boomer shooter should have a story. I mean, you know, boomer shooters are really just there to be fun. But there are some with stories, like the one I was talking about earlier. I'm trying to remember what it is, though. Oh, okay. He's a big one. Oh, bad throw. Have that. Have this. And I'm out of grenades. It's like they don't know how to get in here or something. Crap, I'm out of grenades. Where the hell is all the health? It's gone. I'm probably gonna die right here. Damn it. That little bastard licked me to death. What's the objective in this game? I have no idea. Doomish, most of the time you're in the arena running around for pickups, and you can advance after everything's spawned, but yeah, story is important to drive for me. I want everyone to know she is Wolfsburg's biggest fan. She did say that last night. Looks like classic FPS I've never seen before. Dude, it's fun. I'll give you this much, it's fun. That was hard though. Good thing it's right here. One thing I should probably do is just let most of the little jumping bastards come to me. Because they're dumb enough to do that. See, look at them. They're all just lining up to die. Just let them. Ow. Hey! The hell? Oh. Whiff. How did that miss? There's that. Okay. Good. Dude, the plague toads are annoying. I already don't like them. Alright. So, kill the plague toads. Had I known that, I wouldn't have died the first time. Yo, it's over. Purge finished. Get out of here. I killed your boss. I mean, I killed your two bosses. Your co-bosses. Your boss I believe that's the plural for bosses. Also, the overdose of all that pixel art games in recent years didn't help. Yeah, but that's what I was talking about earlier. Pixel art is such a great art style because you can do so much more with lighting and stuff like that. That's why those are the types of games, the old games plus, you know, the new pixel art games are where ray tracing should be used. Mostly ray trace lighting, but still. You know, I don't know how you can do reflections in a pixel art game, but it'd be cool if you could figure that out too. But overall, I just think that pixel art is a great medium to, or a great art style to use ray tracing in my opinion. You can really take advantage of it. And that, and the old games, of course. Nice to communicate when you're gaming together. Through PlayStation. You said you were gonna make her a Discord, but you didn't do it. Did you? Oh, it's right here. Well, when we play games together, no, well, I mean, I don't know. She just types through the text chat in the party while I use my voice chat. Ow! Help her easier in a way. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I'm just busting your balls. No worries, yeah? Oh, this blood. Okay, I'm like, what is that noise? It's the blood and guts dripping from the ceiling. I like it. Ooh. Piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Whoa! Secret discovered. We've got extra damage, I guess. I don't know. Probably should have saved it. I feel like there should be a boss here, but he's not showing his face. There he is. That's okay, it's not extra damage. But I killed him. I don't know what it is. If it's not damage, what is it? I hate the fact that the plague toads are like overpowered AF, dude. That's so annoying. Ow, okay, I knew that was gonna hurt me. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, let's go. It was not successfully purged. There's still enemies here, stupid. The hell's he talking about, man? This servo skull is losing its mind. That's good. Yeah, I imagined that, like, the IV was going to work pretty quickly, so. Very good voice for some podcasts or voice acting, no homo. No, hey, I've been told that a lot, and I do actually do a podcast with my brother. I haven't put out a new episode in a while, so I really need to get on that. I always say I'm going to do that, and I never do. I am working on the next episode, though. As far as voice acting, I am actually doing my own audiobook, where I try to give some of the main characters different voices. It's a little rough going, I'll admit. Starting off, it's been a long time since I've done any acting. I'm talking like high school. I did 2 musicals. But I've always wanted to be a voice actor for many, many years. Basically, my entire life. Thanks to Robin Williams. May he rest in peace. He inspired me to want to be an actor in general. But to be a voice actor, probably more so, just because I love the fact that he could do different voices and stuff like that. And I can do some different voices. I can do things with my voice and stuff like that, but... Actually, yes. You nailed it. Audio drama, kind of bringing back what the old radio dramas used to do back before television was a thing. You know, like War of the Worlds was first actually, like, read on the first time it was read on radio. People actually thought there was an alien invasion, which was hilarious, but... that's exactly it, but a modern take on it, because I'm reading the books, and it's mostly based on video games. Right now I'm doing the Mass Effect series, so I'm reading the very first book in the Mass Effect franchise, but I also I sync up what's going on in the book with music from the OST. So if, like, there's a battle going on, I get more upbeat music going, or I pick a track from the OST that's more combat-oriented. I also, in chapter 2, because I've got 3 chapters recorded, prologue, chapter 1, and chapter 2, and I think in chapter 2 there's like a battle between N7 and mercenaries, and I actually recorded gun sounds from the game to use it as background noise while stuff was going on. So again, it's a little bit rough going. I don't particularly care for my voice acting per se, just because it feels a little bit bland, but I'm gonna try and do stuff with it. Well, you know, the thing is that when you've got some of the best and most famous voice actors like Troy Baker in the industry telling you don't bother doing auditions because it's stupid, do your own thing, you kind of take notice. This bridge connects the Hob to the Magistrate's Bastion. It's been heavily fortified against the demonic invasion, but it is no longer under Imperial control. Push forward and clear it. Well, you know, it's one of the things that I've done that has probably taken the most actual, like, work. Like, I have to pull together my entire knowledge, not my entire knowledge, but like what I know of video editing, audio editing, all this other stuff, and really put some work into it, whereas everything else I do is just like lazy, like the react videos, the first impression videos, live streaming. Even my Skyrim video series was, even that was actually, like, you know, it's not terribly difficult because it's unedited, like 2-hour-long videos. This was actually lower than this before, so I want to just turn it down a little bit. And hold on, the music should be about there. Sound effects volume should be up. Let me do a quick save. I love the fact that they got quick save. It's probably like with record labels, you can send demos, but if you don't work on some recognition and fan base, there's no way they would bother to do anything. Exactly. And so that's why YouTube is such a good thing, because it allows people like myself to just start doing something and just hope that maybe the right people or person sees it. If not, then it's at least something that I like doing. And it is. I enjoy it. I'm just, you know, I'm a procrastinator. I'm really lazy. Because I have so many projects on my list that I want to do. And I'm like, man, you know, that's going to take some time, which will take time away from this project that I want to do and all this other stuff. And I just get into my own head. Same thing with, like, oh, what video game should I play? It's always me getting in my own head saying, well, if I play this game, then I'm not playing this one. But I have this huge backlog of games that I need to play, and it's all this nonsense. Like, as of late, I have been so into just playing Battlefield again, which I'm really happy about because I love Battlefield. Battlefield 2042 is tolerable. It's not great, but I still play it. I still like the way it is now, at least. It's the way it should have been at the beginning, but, you know, that's just me. And literally everybody else. But, you know, I'm really happy I'm actually trying this game out. I like it. I do think that there's a huge lack of story, anything in this game. Like, you're getting little tidbits in between each level and stuff. But it's just, like, current story beats of whatever, like, wherever you're going. It tells you, here's why you're going here. Get to it. But I think a game like this is it's just the gameplay. The gameplay is what matters in this game, and that's fine. We need more games like this where it's just a game. Something you can kind of just chill and you know, do. But that's kind of why I stopped playing, was it Warhammer 40K? Okay, it's not Warhammer. It's another, like, arena shooter, but it's got roguelike elements to it. I can't... Why am I blanking on it? Oh, I forgot I bought Sword and Fairy. That's gonna be good. Turbo Overkill's another one that I really want to get. It's actually on sale right now, but I'm definitely gonna get that. Where is it? Just give me a second. I'll there it is. Hired Gun. Necromunda Hired Gun. I started playing it. It's cool, but again, it's another one of those. Well, it's boomer shooter-esque arena shooter, and controller does not feel great. I definitely feel like it would be better with a keyboard and mouse. That would definitely be a game I'd play with keyboard and mouse. But I stopped playing that on stream because I'm like, I'm not really having that much fun. I think this would be more or less a game that I'd play off stream. I haven't played it since I stopped playing it, but, you know, I will eventually play it and finish it. But, like, Space Marine 2 has taken all of my attention. I love the Horde mode. It's hard, but it's fun. Okay, there's an autosave and quick save. Let's just do regular save. But yeah, story almost non-existent. You can kill everybody with an instant finisher. Yeah, it's pretty. It's awesome. It's brutal, but it's, I don't know. It's kind of like this where, you know, we only have another half hour to go, and I see this game probably being like maybe a 5-hour experience. I don't know. I didn't look up how long to beat, but as cool as this is, this is literally the whole game right here. It's just me going from one level to the next, just killing things. And I like showing people games that I play that I like because I've actually, I don't want to say, oh, excellent level design, yeah, in Necromunda. It's actually really good. Very cyber, not cyberpunk, steampunk, cyberpunk mixture. You know, it's Warhammer. It's Warhammer 40K. It looks awesome. But, you know, and I like showing people games that I play that I really enjoy. Because I don't want to say I have influence, because I don't ever want to be considered to influence anybody to do anything. But I have definitely inspired people to, you know, grab certain games that I'm showing them, and they're like, wow, this looks really cool. I think I might get this. Which is great. I want that to be a thing. I want to be able to, you know, show people certain games that I like, and then they're kind of like inspired to go get it themselves because it is awesome, you know, because the game is good. Thought maybe I could do some fancy jumping there. And you know, showing this game off, if somebody sees this and they're like, oh, you know what, this looks awesome, this looks like a fun time, then great. I'm glad I could actually, you know, nudge you in that direction. But I'm starting to become a little bit more aware of the fact that, like, with Battlefield, the reason I love playing it so much and the reason I love streaming it so much is because I can just go one game after another after another. And while I'm doing the same thing, sure, it's still just tons of fun for me. And I think it's why multiplayer games are so streamable more than single-player games. And because people like that grind. People like seeing that grind. Didn't I use this already? Yeah, I came from here. Why do I keep forgetting I got a thing? I got a thing. I never really saw myself being a one-game person, so I was going the right way. I thought I came from here. A lot of people over the years have told me, hey, you know, maybe you should play this game, and I'm like, no, because everybody else is already playing that game, and all the top streamers already have that in the audience. But people just didn't seem to get that. Plus, I've always been a variety streamer. I'd never streamed one game to gain an audience and then moved on like most of the other streamers do. I've always been a variety streamer because I'm a gamer. I love video games, not just one type of game or one genre. So I find it hard for me to actually focus on just playing one type of game or just one game. But I suppose if I... Why can't I reload? Oh. Wait, did I get it? I don't know. Anyway. I guess if I was to pick one game, I'd have a hard time choosing between Final Fantasy as a franchise. Not specifically any one Final Fantasy, because I love them all so far. Or Battlefield, because people still like Battlefield these days, which is great to see. I'm happy to see people come back to Battlefield. Oh, this is different. This is a different type of ammo. What? And I'm really hoping big for Battlefield 6 or whatever the hell they're going to call it. I want Battlefield to be in the spotlight. I want it to take Call of Duty's light and just run with it. I want it to take Call of Duty's spotlight and run with it, I should say. Some games suck balls, but they're good for streaming, like all the jump scare horror games a few years back. Yeah, I mean, that gets cheap scares and whatnot. Was it a couple years ago? Yeah, I think it was a couple years ago. I played through the new Dead Space remake. Either a couple years ago or last year. I'm pretty sure it was a couple years ago. It was phenomenal. It was so good. But I didn't get scared because it's like, yes, the new audio system was fantastic. The binaural audio is so perfect for that franchise. But at the same time, I already knew everything in the game because I played it a couple times. So I wasn't really surprised by anything. I'm missing that key. Oh, here we go. But I've always been, you know, a variety gamer, variety streamer, and it's hard for me to just choose one game. But as of late, Battlefield has been that one game. I am obsessed with it right now. And I want to get back to playing some of the older ones, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. I'm hoping that maybe the new Battlefield doesn't come out this year because I still have a ton of things to do in the older Battlefields. I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't come out. I also want them to take their time on it. That'd be nice too. I think games are secondary and personality is most important. YouTube and gaming, I think, is kind of a has-been trend. Like in 2010s, few people had decent PCs or consoles. Now people own 2 consoles. I own like 5, 6. Yeah, I've got Xbox One in the living room. My old PS4 is out there as well. I gotta get a new power supply for it. My original PS4, I should say. I got PS4 Pro here. My Xbox Series S here. I'm on the PS5, and my PS3 is below those. Not flexing, just saying I own more than 2 consoles. I am a loser. In their homes, not many reasons to watch other dudes playing. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I've been a content creator since 2006. I started making videos for YouTube a year after YouTube came out. And I've never looked back because I just love doing it. And then streaming, I've been streaming since 2012. So a nice, simple 6 years later. And let's see. 2006. So next year will be my 20th year on YouTube. And it was 3 years ago I celebrated my 10 years of streaming. So I'm at like 2 systems of current gen, let's say PS5 and Nintendo. Gotcha. Well, I've got 2 current gen systems, but I do have a PC as well. I got my PC right here. I used to be big in PC gaming, and then I just started noticing a really horrible trend of horrible ports. And I was like, you know what? I'm going back to console. And that was after years of playing on PC. I was on PC for what felt like forever. And I'm just not okay with the horrible state of PC ports. And while they have gotten better, they're still not anywhere near like they used to. Like PC games, they weren't ports, they had PC games. And then they kind of just crapped all over the PC players, and I'm like, you know what, I'll go back to console. And I've never really looked back, because console just, most of the time, you started the game up and it just works. You know? And that's all most people want, is just, ooh. I got my heavy bolter, let's go! Oh. Woo! It doesn't sound like a heavy bolter, but I like it. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I do think that, I think boomer shooters on console still have a long way to go till they feel really good. But I will say that the demo of Turbo Overkill that I played was actually very good. The controller felt very smooth. There was aim assist that was, I think, tuned perfectly. It wasn't too strong, it wasn't too soft. But there still hasn't been a boomer shooter on console that feels exactly perfect. You know what I mean? Like you would feel with keyboard and mouse. Like this definitely, it's got some aim assist, but it's definitely another one that I would want to play with a keyboard and mouse. And the reason I'm playing it on PlayStation is because PlayStation 5 is my main gaming system. But but also I love trophies, so. Oh, there was more ammo over here, dude. Come on. All right, well, there wasn't a whole lot, I guess. Like, this game's got, I wouldn't call it aim assist, it's more like bullet assist. On PC Master Race, but the poor ports are like that because console is a bigger market. That's why there's so many third-person games. Yeah, but that's my problem, is that PC used to have its own versions of games. Even in the early days of the PS3 and 360, PC was starting to become more of a thing, but they had their own ports, like native ports. And that's my problem, is that developers started to get real lazy and not put nearly as much time. Oh, it was infinite ammo! Look at this! Dude, yeah, duh, Servo Skull. Of course the heretical whatchamacallits are all dead. This would have been perfect for this. I get to use it a little bit, I guess. Oh my god, I'm literally one. What the hell? We were playing with game pads, now it's legit, but a 1.5. Sony didn't even put out official drivers for PS5 controller. No, they didn't, but... Well, that's not true. If you plug in your PS5 DualSense, it does actually, you know, install the drivers. Or it recognizes it. And then, of course, it's up to the developers to make the PS5 DualSense have the features that it has on PlayStation, so adaptive triggers or whatever. What it doesn't recognize is the Edge controller. This thing, it does not work on PC, and it really kind of sucks, because it is just a DualSense, just a really fancy one. But it is built with the PlayStation 5 in mind to be able to use the back paddles, which I rarely ever use anyway, because I found out that their response time on the back paddles is actually like a half second compared to pushing the button that you're replacing it with. I was kind of hoping that the back... Do you mind? I'm talking to my freaking audience. I was hoping that the back paddles would be extra buttons, kind of like L4 and R4 or something like that, but they're just buttons to replace like other button presses. Like, say if I wanted to use the right back paddle for sliding instead of taking my thumb off the stick and moving it into the circle, then I could do that. But I did notice that there's a bit of a delay, and I'm not really a fan of it. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I mostly bought it just so that changing the joysticks was easier, because I spent like $210 on replacing 3 controllers in the short period of time that I've had this console, so I'm really pissed off about that. Munitions boon. Don't mind if I do. It's not infinite ammo, but it's extra ammo. Probably shouldn't do that. I'll use that for bigger fish. I honestly don't really like the music in this game. It's not 40K music. It really doesn't sound good. I don't want to start this kiddo talk. What's better? But I like the fact games are cheaper on PC, and a good rig will have more FPS and outlive the 5-year generation lifespan. But I can dig it when it comes to it just works when it comes to play consoles, no drivers, no gimmicks, just play it, plug and play. Well, that's the big appeal, isn't it? You don't have to break the bank, technically. You don't have to break the bank for a rig that is arguably just so much more expensive to really get good FPS. I mean, when you've got graphics cards that are more than the PlayStation 5, but the PS5 can do everything that a PC can do, the consoles do become more appealing to the general audience. Most people don't even want to bother with how a computer works or how to fix it or how to build it, and that's really the thing I think is important when you are a PC gamer. You should know how your system works. Like, you should know how to build it, fix it, troubleshoot it, all that stuff. You need to understand that, because otherwise you run into a problem and then you have to find somebody who might be able to fix it for you, and that'll cost you, you know. So it's like, it's a lot cheaper if you know how it works. With the consoles, you don't have to worry about anything. It just spins up and goes. And if you happen to have the warranty for it, you know, you can send it in and get it fixed or whatever. But, you know, I mean, it's always been a preference, and I love all these systems. Like, I just listed all the stuff that I have. I've got PS5, PS4 Pro, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, my own rig. I've got a PS2 and a PS3, an original PSP 1000, an original PS Vita 1000, or whatever the hell they called it. You know, I'm a huge PlayStation nerd. I love PlayStation, but I love games. I love games, and I have PSVR 1 and PSVR 2. You know, I have all these things because I just love the different variety of things that you can do with not just PC, but the consoles as well. When I was playing Quake 2 for instant female players, non-existent. Now you can play with your girlfriend a couch co-op in some silly game. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's one of the other things too, is that, you know, if you do happen to find that one girl that likes games like you do, she's a keeper. Like, legitimate girl gamer, not like, oh, I'm a girl gamer and I stream on Twitch, but all you see is her ass. Like, you're a fraud, dude. You're not a real gamer. Also, all the enemies are dead because I just saw 100% killed, so I don't know what all this is for, but... No, I guess it's not. It says 100%. Look. Oh, it said 100%. What the hell is this? It lied. Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Oh, they grab onto you, I guess. Dude, the heavy bolter is my jam. Always go with the heavy bolter. Of course, I'm an LMG user, so, you know, it would be. The heavy bolter is basically not a light machine gun, more like a heavy machine gun, but it's a machine gun nonetheless. All that health is being wasted by dropping down. I will literally die on this hill, heretic. Whoa, what the? What the? All because I just wanted to make a stand. I almost got vaporized there. Oh, that's why. I didn't see him behind all the enemies there. Oh, the heretical presence is reduced. I see. Not gone, just reduced. I see how it is. I'm burning through this ammo though. Let's swap. See, now it says 100. It's mostly based on, let's go out and get wasted. Sorry, bro, I can't. We're playing Hogwarts Legacy with my girlfriend. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting to, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but you make it seem like you've been around the block a little while. And, I'm getting too old for that. I never really did that in the first place, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't party that much. It really wasn't my thing. I've been to a few bars here and there. I went bar hopping with my brother years and years ago, but like, it's just not my thing, you know? It's like, I don't go out and dance. I'm not a dancer. I'm white. I'm like pasty white. I can't dance really that well. I was able to in school because, well, they teach you because you're in a musical, so you kind of have to dance, but I have rhythm. I'm just, you're 86 and you're stopping by my stream? Jeez, dude. There's nothing I can teach you. Game on, brother. Let's go. I hope I'm freaking 90 and still gaming, man. Oh, man. Oh, 1986. Oh, we're the same age then. I just turned... my birthday was actually... Was it already a couple weeks ago? Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. Let's see. I'm getting more gray hair on the beard than you. Yeah, it's funny when you don't have a woman in your life to turn your hair gray. And I lost all... I was starting to lose mine at like 18, 19. I didn't have a girlfriend then either, but I'm obviously not blaming women for that. It's just funny. But I was like, screw it, I'll just shave it off. I do have some gray strands in my beard, but they're few and far between compared to the rest of it, which is dark brown. And my coworkers at lunch last week were saying, like, I noticed that, you know, you got a little blonde, and it's not. It's just around closer to the lips, it's a lighter brown, and then it gets darker as it goes down. I have some auburn hair in my beard as well. But my head was full on just dark brown. The red hair is probably like my Irish roots coming in. But, well, I gotta say, I think I pretty much said most of what I wanted to say about this game while I was playing it. But I'm just gonna reiterate that while this is awesome, and it's a little difficult, you know, you gotta be careful, you gotta try to avoid the projectiles. Beard and bald, I still have a lot of hair on the head, but it's just easy. Yeah, I mean, you know, just shave it off, it's fine. It's way easier than, you know, it's like, oh, you gotta comb it over and... Nah, screw that. Real men don't care about hair. Anyway, so... What I have to say about this game is, while I love it, the visuals are awesome. I absolutely adore the pixel art style. The music doesn't really work for me. It doesn't sound like Warhammer 40k music. Maybe I've just been spoiled by Space Marine 2's OST because it's just such phenomenal music. But then again, Inquisitor Martyr also had really good music, so I don't know, it just doesn't sound like Warhammer 40k music to me. The audio is really good. Again, the visuals, the sound effects are just, their sound effects are good, but the music is pretty bad. So, you know, but they're an indie developer, technically, so I'm not gonna really, you know, fault them too much, but the gameplay is fun. It's awesome, and I think that's probably what they were going for here, is they just wanted to make a Warhammer 40k game in their own style, or in the, you know, Doom style, boomer shooters, whatever they want to call it. They wanted to make their own version of that, and I think they did a really good job. It's a lot of fun to play. A few minor things here and there, but other than that, I kind of do wish it was at 120 FPS. It could easily run it at 120 on PS5. There's no doubt about it. But I mean, it's fluid. It's solid. Lacks, yeah, the industrial vibe. I agree. It doesn't really feel like 40K. You know what I mean? With the music, but everything else feels like 40K. I don't know what those things are. They're not Tyranids, so I don't know what the hell those things are, but definitely something from the Warhammer 40K universe that I am just not familiar with. Thank you, Litany. I appreciate you stopping on by the stream, sir. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and I appreciate the conversation as well. I enjoy new faces and new conversations. But that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Next week, we'll probably go back to Space Marine 2, because why not? But please join me again tomorrow night, 7 p.m., same time, same place, for more Apex Legends with my boy and his wife. Let's see if we can get a W. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Warhammer 40K Boltgun. And I'll see you guys later.